Hey everybody, how's it going? It's your very sickly dinosaur back in the arena playing the Wednesday Brawl, the scheduled, recurring Wednesday Brawls, and we're playing with my boy Kykar Brawl. So the idea behind Kykar, this Kykar commander deck, is well, it's just to provide you with a lot of mana. I have noticed that the brawls tend to sort of drag on a little bit, and I wanted to have that extra sort of mana, um, so that I don't know, but we really haven't been able to make use of its ability so much. But we have been winning more often than not. Strangely, we have been winning for some reason. I guess it's basically because having Kykar there and with this deck, well, and following the guide that I made for commander decks, so that you can have sort of a high win rate despite the fact that all of these cards are just singles. Is the idea is sort of just to be able to have a lot of sort of win conditions built in and intricated into your brawl deck. So there are a lot of there are only really two main win conditions. It's either you have something witty like mass manipulation, or I don't know, something like that, uh, or you whittle down your opponent's HP by using creatures, such as having Outlaw's Merriment down on the board, or outlasting your opponent. But for Kykar Brawl, we have so much because we can generate a lot of mana. Um, our win con is mostly going to be sort of either you mill the opponent or you mill yourself if you want to, but I highly do not suggest that you mill yourself in Brawl, because that would just be foolish. You mill your opponent, I guess, is the best idea with Folio of Fancies, and with the help of a few counter spells. Didn't say please. Where's that? Thought Collapse. And where are you, Jace? There you are, Jace. Then we have a second win con, which is tokens. So because we have Kykar as our sort of main as our commander, and since we do have Folio Fancies, which allows us to draw cards, and we have draw ability like Radical Idea Opt. What else? We what else do we have? We have things like Teferi, who can help us draw cards. We have planeswalkers like Mu Yan Ling, who, if we can get the emblem, if we can protect Mu for a while, we can get the emblem, and then our islands can start drawing cards for us. So, win condition number 2 is the token route. Just go wide with a lot of tokens and just bam, 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 deal 1 damage at a time, chip them off turn per turn, with 1 damage. If that isn't going for you, and you sort of find yourself in a situation where, well, you have a lot of tokens, you can't really attack, but you can convert them because they're spirits. You can convert them into mana. Then you have mass manipulation and expansion explosion, which really sort of synergizes pretty well with all of this, because you can use explosion, more of explosion, to mill yourself out, sort of, not really mill, but to just draw a lot of cards, and then ultimately, sort of at the back of your mind, if you have like Jace just sitting there in your hand, you can think that, oh well, I can just put this down last minute and win the game when I have no more cards. You're also using Folio of Fancies to do that too. Then if that doesn't kind of work out, you can sort of use mass manipulation to steal cards, and you have Agent of Treachery there to help you with that. But if, like I said, if that really doesn't help you out, doesn't really work, you can always just sort of OTK, or kind of like go big bang, kind of like Banefire, except that Banefire was just an amazing card because you couldn't counter it. Sadly, Banefire isn't in the meta, isn't in the standard anymore. It's gone into historic. So we have to just make do with either Folio of Fancies or Expansion Explosion. And you just want to have all that mana and just attack your opponent when they're in the execution, as I like to call it, when you have lethal because you have so much mana. Explosion will do the job perfectly for you. You can, if you don't have any of these cards, oh, by the way, you have Smothering, I'm sorry, language, Tithe. In the game, I might be calling it Smothering Titty, but it's Tithe, okay? Tithe as in, like, tax, because that's what Tithe means. And so you have things like Smothering Tithe, man, Tithe, remember. You have Smothering Tithe that can help you generate more mana and just sort of help you gain the advantage. And in this way, I feel like you can probably remove some cards and replace them, like Ajani. I do believe there is a card, a red card that damage. There is a red card that I really like. I'm not sure if it's in the standard still. It's one of those. I'm just thinking of this right now. It's one of those. Where are you? Come on, stop doing that. It's 2 to cast Electro Dominance, which you can deal damage to any target. So you can also, sort of remove. I actually might play test this. Just put that in there. There was another one. Where is it? So having a few of these like X cost cards will really help. I think we want Finale Glory here as well. Probably to replace. Oh boy, I don't know. There's just so much that I don't want to get rid of. Maybe Absorb. We kind of don't need that many counter spells. Lava Coil. You kind of need the removals, right? I also included Mirror Maid for. Why did I include? Oh, okay. I included Mirror Maid for the Outlaw's Merriment so that we can have that sort of combo, and at the same time, I have it. We can use it together with Smothering Tithe. Smothering Tithe. Come on, man. Or Improbable Alliance, so that you can have double tokens coming out left and right. That's what I kind of had in mind. I haven't been able to use it yet. So far I've been drawing Prison Realm, and I'm just too afraid to actually experiment and see if it'll, how does that work? How does Mirror Maid work with by copying Prison Realm? Is it going to come out as a Prison Realm without a prisoner, or I think that's how it's going to be, because it's the effect that Mirror Maid has is when it enters, it turns into a copy of an artifact or an enchantment. So either way, Mirror Maid is really good because you can have like arcane. You can turn it into an arcane signet if you need the additional mana. You can have it turn into an Outlaw's Merriment. Fires of Invention is actually a sort of maybe main board. You can take it out because there's so much mana. You kind of don't really need Fires of Invention in here, and I'm actually kind of thinking of removing it to sort of replace it with, I don't know, one of these XX, X cost cards. You probably won't see it in this video like I did with Electro Dominance and Finale of Glory. I might have to put in a little bit more thought, because having 3, 4, 5 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, having 4 of these sort of X cost cards can be quite debilitating to what you would do, and chances are you're gonna probably like sort of want to stockpile on all your mana, and eventually you may not be able to use them effectively. But anyway, so we have basically, yeah, so we have like a few card bouncers. We have Time Wipe, we have some damage dealers. I might actually remove Bone Crusher Giant, but it's such a nice card to have in there because of the sort of duality of it being an instant 2 damage, or a creature on the board. Several times I've used Bone Crusher Giant to destroy the enemy Teferi. Sahili's there as another token generator, so you have like all sorts of aspects. You have the Celestia sort of aspect in it where you can go wide without having the whole, increase all creatures damage, which you can definitely do. You can definitely do that. You can include a card, but it's kind of, the Celestia, for me, that kind of go wide aspect really works well if you are playing the deck in, you know, standard, because then you have the reliability of, you know, casting all those creatures and yada yada. Anyway, I feel like I am rambling so much because I love this game so much. We have Mulan Ling, so that, you know, because of the -7. Anyway, I have to stop myself. I'll see you guys in 2 gameplay. Uh-oh. Did I hear the thing? I think I heard the game sort of. Acting all buggy. Well, this is good that we have expansion explosion immediately. Just so long as he doesn't get rid of it, or we're not forced to use it early. This deck has like one of many very few. Yeah, sure. We want the lands. Want to grab it. We are very land heavy. I think I'll go on ahead and put down this. Yeah. Very land heavy. Expansion explosion is actually one of our win conditions here, if we can pull this deck off. Right. What jump start? Huh? That's not bad. Ignite. I'll just go right ahead and put this down. Well, we don't have any counter spells, so there's no real point in trying to fake it out. We do, I mean, we have counter spells, but we don't have like counter spells in it. And there's the commander. Is he going to put down a... Nope, there's a Vraska. Gonna destroy the Improbable Alliance. Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. So we can put down this. This is 4. And we have 2 to cast Radical Idea, right? Actually, yeah, we have 2. We can actually Lava Coil if we wanted. I want a Lava Coil on the Yarok, but let's get rid of the land and create a token. We're grabbing a land anyway, so our discarded land got replaced immediately by another one. Arcane Signet's such a good card. Unbelievably good. And I guess he's kind of regretting that he...
An unfortunate casualty.
Probably thinking he should have saved that there. But anyway. If he tries to destroy either one of these, that's okay. I don't think he can destroy both. Because obviously, yeah, he's gonna put down Yarok. Obviously. So... we do want to attack first. Go in with that Vraska. And then we have Agent of Treachery. And I do want to use it to steal his Yarok. So we actually just took out his commander. We have 2 commanders now. How does that work? And then put down a Teferi. I don't know. He has to destroy either the Yarok or the Kykar so that it goes back to his... I mean, he definitely can't have both. Oh, this is perfect. This is one of the things that I love doing with... whenever my opponent puts down Cav of Thorns and I just happen to have Teferi. Well, one thing is you can Prison Realm, but... what I really love to do is sort of just bounce it back so that he, especially in Commander, because every card is so important, right? So if he decides to like put it down or something, then he has to. What's weird is how come this didn't ability that It didn't trigger twice. It's supposed to, because this of a permanent you control to trigger that ability. Oh, it's only enter the battle. Huh. Alright, well we can attack. So that's 19. Let me just map out how much mana we have. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Not enough, because that's 10 minus 4, so we only have 6 total damage, which will allow us to draw 6 cards. Maybe. So expansion explosion is going to serve as our sort of win condition here. Okay, huh. Which one is he taking though? Fairy or the Signet? Or is he taking I think he's taking back Yarok, right? He has to, yeah, he probably has to. Is there anything that we can do? I think he's gonna take back Yarok. But we're just gonna Prison Realm Yarok. I mean, sure. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minus 4, that's only 3. Still not enough. Sure. I think what he wanted to do was, yeah, I think what he really wanted to do was to sort of, alright. He probably has a, let's see. He probably has a bounce ability. I'm gonna just have this exiled. And if we use Prison Realm on the Yarok. Okay, he knows when he's outplayed. I don't think he must be new, because if you take out the Prison Realm, if it gets exiled, it comes back, right? It doesn't. We can get something better. I guess this is okay. Having Sahili, the Fairy, we have turn 3 stuff that we can do. Against Laval. I don't know. I guess we'll put down Island first. If he decides to get, in case he tries to get top down, or you can always counter it. I doubt though. I really doubt that he'd use the solve early. Wow. You really trying to... Okay. Sure. It's gonna be +2. They're putting more counter spells. And that's 4. His next chance to put it down is on turn 4. And probably, yep. So next turn he's gonna have enough. We don't have the red. We can actually put this down and probably like just send it back when he puts it down. I don't know. He might destroy it with I don't know. With a murderous rider. I think that's what they're called. Yep, there it goes. Such a meta card. Superlatively meta card. So we can counter spell Zov if he decides to put it down. And get even more expensive. That's not gonna help him. It's gonna help him if if his cards get removed, but it's not gonna help him. Okay, we need land. So if it's a land, we keep. Fairly sure if he's got like spells in there. I'm not too keen on putting Saheeli down this early. Right, because he's got a lot of mana, so he decides to put something big down. Oh, we can't put we can't put Saheeli down. Not yet. Goose. Huh. Such a problem. He wants to put that Lazov down. For some reason. He wants to, I don't know. It's a copy of anything that's in his graveyard. And he doesn't have anything in his graveyard yet, so I don't know why he wants to put it down. I guess he's just thinking he can win with these three. Ah. Yeah. Homebound Lich so that he can draw and discard. And then he can finally put down Lazov. I mean, he could have his character turn into Lazov. I wonder what he's got to destroy my Kykar. Counter spell. Okay, so he's drawing. At this point, I think Expansion Explosion should has a card draw that can do damage. I think that would be pretty good. Cloudkin, okay. Draw. Man, he's got a lot of draw ability. Kinda wish we got that Smothering Titty. Going in with the Homunculus. Are going to block. If he decides to buff it, you know, Stelvin's Veto. Tries to attack us, we can Stelvin's Veto. What are you? There's nothing in his graveyard. Homebound. So we have a couple of things that we can do. We can put out Saheeli for red. We need a blue. We can put it down for 2 reds and a white. Right, okay. This is just a red though.
Behold new wonders.
Alright, so I really don't know where we're going with this deck. I really don't. I guess he's just thinking of turning it. Yeah, he's just gonna turn it into Foundage. He can always just body block. Or yeah, he can do that. Problem.
I will craft your demise.
I guess, well, one of the things that we don't want to do is have Jace go down and then just, you know, suddenly, like, bad. Kind of bad. Hexproof. We don't have board wipes unless we draw into, don't even have, wait, where is it? Flame Sweep's not here. Pretty sure we're supposed to have Flame Sweep. Okay, well, this is kind of it's gonna block, obviously. Ching and counter spells. If he does, I mean, if he counter, all of these are gonna die anyway. Return to my hand and board wipe. Kaboosh. Now his Lazov is worth 6. You can put it down, spend all of his. Probably gonna turn it into, I don't know what. That's fine though. Or he might like save. At this point, he might save it. At this point, I guess I do want to. Yeah. At this point we do want to start using this. This is 4. Might as well just use all of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right before he turns into a thing. Come on, Celili. Draw me them 4 cards. Nope, one of them is a land because I do not want to have to deal with a discard. Okay. One do we get rid of? I'm thinking maybe Moo. You probably don't need Moo. So it's a very beautiful card. Oh, he decided to take my Saheeli. Not really much of a problem. Did he? So he took my Saheeli, obviously. We can't draw because, well, I should have took this out instead. Now that I think of it, I'm thinking we'll put this down. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. This isn't considered a spirit though. And I do want to throw this out there, just like in case. But I feel like having, yeah, let's just put this down there before we run out of time. Create a spirit. No attack. We want to throw down the Bone Crusher Giant. I guess we can. Or I don't know. Cab of Night. Okay. I figured we should have saved up some form of mana. Probably gonna take out this. Yep, and let's get another one. He has to take out the agent. And when he does, he's probably gonna take out my Kykar. Problem. I knew we should have saved up some, because we got all the blue card. We got all the white mana. I don't even know why we have so much white mana. Thief of Sanity. Sure. That's not a problem either. How much do I get? I've got 36. I can heal. Throw Kykar out the window. And I think I still have enough for a counter spell. But it looks like he's going all creatures. Yeah. So what does this do? Get target creature can't be blocked this turn. Whatever. Oh. Okay. Oh, it's a he gets to choose. What he got. And he also got the pony. And he wants to destroy. Sorry, pal. No lava coil for you. Can't be countered. -5 until your next turn. Up to 1 target creature gets -5. So this is a really good time to put down Moo. Alright. We still have enough for another counter spell. But I'm going to do return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hand. We're gonna Thief of Sanity because it can't do its thing without damage. And well, let's see. We have like we can sacrifice these 3 flying creatures. Put down the Bone Crusher Giant. But I think I wanna wait a bit. Kykar does not have vigilance. And that little piece of shit. So we can still block. Cock block, cock block, cock block. Okay, we're good. Ah, he wants to do that, throw it in so that it can't. Okay, interesting. Interesting. He wants to target the Moo. Interesting. Say the least. Interesting. You stupid. I'm just gonna block your little servo. Okay. It's gonna do a bit of damage. 2 damage. Not a lot, but it's gonna do some damage. Fix it. Jumpstart. I'm sorry, pal. I'm really sorry. Guess he didn't really take it into consideration. How much does he need to? It's 4. Okay. You don't have enough. You only have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sure. Draw a card. Discard a card. Okay. So I still have to do this to prevent him from. At this point, I think I wanna put down Jace. It's 3 and a few whites.
You've already lost. You just don't know it yet.
How many do I have? How many does he have?
How you play that.
Probable alliance. Alright. So that this bitch can't attack. Another blue land? No, thank you. One, two, three, four. We have a few blockers. We have 3 blockers. So we can just, you know, tap in. Pap, pap, pap. That's actually. Oh, okay. Sure. You're not gonna do damage, but I mean, sure. You're not gonna kill it. Chemister's Insight. We don't have the double blue to counterspell. Sure. Draw your cards. It's fine. He has 4, 5. It won't serve him much of a good purpose to. So we have to end it soon, if not now. Wonder what happens if we turn Mermaid into a Prison Realm. Wonder how that works. I actually want to give it a shot. See how that's gonna take effect. You're not gonna do damage. You can heal. I'm pretty sure you can, but you're not gonna do damage. Not on my watch. Okay, so that's a land.
Always an answer.
Eugene. Okay, Eugene's not so bad.
The elements are at my command.
We're going to destroy that bag of holding. Is he gonna concede? Sorry, pal. Just can't beat the Eugene.